It's early morning at Britz Base Camp, and our rookies are preparing for their first full day of competition. None have been told what's awaiting them, and the nerves are starting to show.
What do you think we'll be able to do today? I don't know, hopefully we're riding dirt bike. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't really ride dirt bikes. It's not my discipline.
Daniel and Brodie have been fierce competitors for years on the track, but their backgrounds couldn't be further apart.
I'm a bit different to other races. I went to an all-boys private school for 13 years. It was some of the greatest years of my life. I've loved every day of school, whereas a lot of other races quit school early.
Brodie's formative years were spent in Singleton, a coal mining town in New South Wales' Hunter Valley. He left school at 15.
The old man has always been in the mining industry, and Mum's always looked after us boys. It's all mining and bike racing. I think that's what the subject is every night at dinner in my house.
Daniel and Brodie each have Australian titles to their names. But there's always plenty more these rookies can learn. So, each week, all of our contestants will gain invaluable advice and mentoring from MotoGP legend Daryl Beattie before they start battling head-to-head for competition points. Good morning. Welcome back to Honda's Australian Rider Training Centre. Now, last week, we all had a bit of fun. This week, however, the serious stuff begins. InsureMyRide's The Ultimate Rider officially starts today. Now, don't forget what you're all competing for. $20,000 in cash, plus a contract with Team Honda Racing. But before we get out there, we're going to have a bit of a skill session on the motocross track, all under the watchful eyes of Daryl.
Today's really going to be about testing your ability on a loose surface, that unstable ground. And as you know, if you can't get that right today, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
The dirt bikes will be my weakness. I can already predict that. That's because I just don't have the background that the other riders do.
Today we've handpicked one of Australia's top pro motocross riders. His name is Shane Boyd. Shane, welcome.
It's the rookies' lucky day. They've got an opportunity to learn from the best of the best. Shane Boyd, a professional dirt bike rider for 12 years, has come along to guide and mentor the rookies with Daryl.
It's not a difficult motocross track, but it's really about reading the surface. You know, the colour changes and the water and the clay. You know, each surface is much slipperier than others. That's how it's done. Everyone can do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah? Daniel?
We'll give it my best shot.
Every competitor gets to test their skills in the morning to prepare them for the major battle later in the day. Already, Daryl and Shane can see Daniel has a huge amount of ground to make up.
You jump on a dirt bike and you even try sitting back in the seat. How horrible does it feel? You've got no control over the bike whatsoever. Right, there he goes. He goes down, yeah. And that's coming off the jump there. He's come off, sitting way back in the seat.
Once you come off that ski jump, you have to turn, and it goes from dirt to a bit of grass. And like you said, sitting back that bit, and as soon as he's gone to turn it, the front's lost and he's gone down.
Dan can't afford another mistake like that when the competition begins. So Daryl and Shane offer some words of wisdom.
You moved back a bit more. Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
Does that feel awkward?
Yeah, much less control over the front end, for sure. So I think that's why I didn't have enough weight over the front when I tucked a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, our remaining rookies put it all on the line. And later, the very first competition points are up for grabs. $20,000 cold hard cash.
Oh!
And a coveted contract with Team Honda Racing is there for the taking. It's skills session time at InsureMyRide's The Ultimate Rider. Every rookie has the opportunity to learn the ropes from MotoGP legend Daryl Beattie and dirt track specialist Shane Boyd. Next up is 26-year-old Alex. Every competitor is desperate to win, but Alex has extra incentive to be crowned the Ultimate Rider.
I'm actually getting married at the end of the year, so the 20,000 would be a nice way to spend on the wedding.
That'd make a big difference.
Yeah, a big difference. That would help a lot.
One rookie definitely not contemplating marriage is Kyle. In fact, he's never had a girlfriend.
Kyle's our young 17-year-old that the Japanese would love. They used to say to me, a girlfriend or a wife would cost you about 3 or 4 tenths a lap. So if Kyle does eventually win this competition, he's not going to be like Alex and spend his $20,000 on a wedding.
Oh! Just a few technique problems I already pick up with his cornering, with that inside leg. You want your foot out there, and it is out there as a precaution. The idea is to have it as close to the bike as possible. With you sort of held it out, and it looked a little awkward.
Yeah. When it did touch and drag, that's when you had that, that moment. It's exactly what your leg did.
The final rookie in today's skill session is Brodie, whose trophy cabinet would suggest he's no stranger to this style of riding.
Probably my highlight would be on dirt bikes, 6 Australian titles. I've stayed on the dirt bike path the whole way.
He's got an enormous amount of experience. He races a 450 on dirt track. He's got a 500 speedway bike. So you would think, looking at his bio, and he should have really good dirt bike skills.
Despite his lofty credentials, Brodie is inexplicably cautious around the circuit, and it's got Daryl and Shane questioning if he really is the real deal.
I couldn't believe how controlled and slow he was on that lap. He just sort of took his time.
Maybe this 230 might be a bit underpowered for him.
Not too many smiles when that helmet come off. You didn't enjoy that?
Just starting to get into it, I think.
Were you holding back out there, your speed?
Yeah, a fair bit.
Why is that?
Just to sort of, it's very slippery. It'd be pretty easy to get caught out. So sort of trying to pick a line, and I started to sort of work out a bit of a line, and I had to stop.
Yeah.
Holding back is no longer an option for Brodie. With the skills challenge behind them, our boys are about to compete head-to-head for $20,000 cash and a coveted contract with Team Honda Racing. But for 39-year-old Sam, an old ailment has decided to play up at just the wrong time.
Well, the old arthritis has flared up, I'm afraid. It's not normally a problem, but I think the humidity or, the pressure, I don't know, something's going on. But woke up this morning and can barely make a fist with my right hand, and that's an issue when you've got a brake and throttle.
Or is this sudden soreness part of a cunning scheme aimed at his youthful rivals?
The plan is to play their brains a little bit. I think I'm already doing that a little bit, just a little bit. I can't get my zip done up. If it came to speed out there one-on-one on the track, in most situations they'll carve me up. But hopefully I've got an advantage in other areas.
Well, there'll be no more mentoring for the rest of the day. Now your teacher becomes your judge.
Boys, this afternoon's challenge will be 2 laps on the full motocross circuit. It's 7 points to win this challenge and 1 if you're at the back of the bunch.
Our 7 rookies will compete for points in a series of grueling challenges over the upcoming weeks. The three who reach the top of the leaderboard will then battle it out for the title in the final week of competition. Only one will be crowned the Ultimate Rider. Team Honda Racing have selected a true dirt racing bike for the competition, the CRF 250R.
I really want to make sure that I don't look like a squid on the bike. It's pretty crucial.
Sam is first up on the more powerful bike, and his sore hand isn't the only challenge he faces.
It's going to be night and day and difficult to come off that 230 basically onto a pure race bike. It's stiff, it's going to behave different and a lot more power.
Mistake.
And the pressure's on. You know, the pressure is on them to get 2 laps.
Sore hand or poor riding, it doesn't matter in the heat of battle. 6 other contenders hit full throttle in the points challenge after the break. If you can't wait for more great action from the show, then thanks to InsureMyRide, head to our website where you can check out exclusive rider profiles, behind-the-scenes action and much more. Plus, see Daryl Beattie tackle the Ultimate Rider test track on the 2012 Honda Fireblade. That one lucky viewer will win. All that and more at theultimaterider.com.au. It's round 1 in the battle to be InsureMyRide's The Ultimate Rider. And already, a slippery circuit and powerful bike has claimed its first victim. The pressure's on, but young gun Glenn normally relishes tough conditions.
I come from a dirt track background. The wet is something probably I definitely excel at, and I seem to be quite quick, so that's definitely one of my strong points.
Starting to sound like you, Shane. It's got that bark off the turn.
That's it. That sank on it was perfect.
He loves the rear brake, doesn't he? One thing I get is I get goosebumps when someone starts doing something good. I can tell you there's 6 other people at the moment watching with a lot of interest.
The remaining rookies now know the standard to beat. The first to face that challenge is Mitch, a young rider Daryl's a little nervous about.
When I watch him ride, he looks like he's had a handful of energy drinks and a handful of lollies.
Hold on to your hats. Hang on. Yep. He just loves the throttle, this young fella. This bike could easily catch him out.
Just seems like he's racing the clock more than anything.
Yeah, he's in a hurry, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh,
whoa!
And he's down.
And it caught him out.
Yeah.
Caught him out. Even on the lesser bike, the 230, he rode it in a similar manner too, doesn't he? I guess it's highlighted now. He's on a proper race bike.
Yeah.
How hard is it to get back on the bike and finish going after something like that?
It's normally pretty hard. Just lucky that the Honda, it wasn't stalling as easy as some of the other bikes do, so picked it up pretty quick and got back on it.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah, that's it.
Well done. Mitch's reckless approach has cost him dearly. Will Brodie's cautious style do the same?
didn't see this morning that might shine now. This is better. This is what we expected from this kid.
Good to be there, too.
You can just notice the rolling speed he has around each corner is a lot higher than the other riders.
I just feel better. I read his bio, and this morning on that 2:30, I felt like he jibbed me in what it was actually all about. But, you know, this is what this kid should be doing.
You certainly weren't holding back that time.
No, I took the first couple of corners and felt pretty comfortable, so I thought I might get into it. It wasn't as smooth as I would have liked, but I'd certainly like to have a play with the setup of the bike, and I think it'd be lots of fun.
Wedding man Alex is next to hit the track and rides a conservative but mistake-free run. And shy guy Kyle seems to have learnt plenty from Daryl and Shane's morning feedback.
He's dabbing it, he's trying to mentally
I think
keep
he
it
is.
up.
Yeah, taking it on board what we said before with the leg. Definitely better.
The challenge's final competitor, Daniel, who has absolutely no dirt bike experience, now has a real opportunity. With two riders suffering falls, Dan may finish much higher up the ladder than expected. All he needs to do is stay on the bike.
Physically, this is going to be hard for him. You can see that he's just tense.
Yeah.
He's still back on the seat.
Not even 30 seconds into his run, and it's the ultimate embarrassment for a rider.
So that was just too much rear brake, stalled the engine.
Yeah.
And if that's not bad enough, Dan has failed a fundamental when restarting a bike.
Go for neutral, pal. Put it in neutral and it'll start a bit easier.
Did Dan restart his bike quickly enough to capitalise on Sam and Mitch's fall? We'll find out after the break. This is the limited edition InsureMyRide The Ultimate Rider Honda 5-Blade 1000.
And guess what, Clara? We're giving it away.
The Honda 5-Blade is famously powered by a 999cc liquid-cooled inline four-cylinder engine and is valued at $17,770, including on-road costs. With brand new suspension, bodywork, instrumentation and wheels, this awesome bit of kit is the actual bike Daryl rides in the show and is decked out in exclusive The Ultimate Rider livery, signed by the champion rider himself. You'll also receive 1 year's comprehensive insurance thanks to InsureMyRide.com.au, so you'll be completely covered. To enter this exciting competition, visit our website, theultimaterider.com.au.
Get your entries in because you've got to have one of these in your garage.
Good luck. The end of the first day of competition and the moment of truth, your rankings. Perhaps we're going to start with the bad news first. Daryl?
This is the moment none of you want to hear your name. That person today is Daniel. Daniel, for me, if you're going to win this competition and get the opportunity to ride a superbike, this is where it all starts, on the dirt. And today you had a shocker. It just wasn't good enough, and you start this competition on the bottom of the ladder.
But don't panic, because there's plenty of time for you to make up ground in the up-and-coming challenges. Now, I'm sure you all want to know, who is the man to catch?
There's two riders that impressed me today. The first of those is Glenn. Glenn, I think you're the sort of rider that if you watched on the circuit, you think you were going really slow, but you were so smooth and your pace was really good. But the winner of the challenge today, the ultimate rider, was Brodie.
Brodie's win takes him to the top of our very first leaderboard on 7 points, with Glenn hot on his heels with 6. A tie means Alex and Sam share 3 points, and Dan rounds out the ladder on 2.
I think this will be a massive confidence boost for me in this competition. Obviously, everyone wanted to win the first day. Everyone was very nervous, and Glenn was very fast. I thought they would have chose Glenn, but it's me today.
It's okay. I learnt a lot for today. Some small errors. I knew I was going to be down there, so I'll bounce back with the next few challenges. I'm really determined now. I'm a competitive in nature, and I'm going to get myself up that ladder.
Thank you.